Welcome back to Give It a Night. We're so happy to have you all with us this Sunday. And I'm telling you, we have a great show in store for you. I mean, this is one of my favorite friends and places to visit. I won't give it up until you hear from my brother. Bring on my brother, my host. And we're going to talk about the name of this episode is A Seat at the Table. And you know, we always want to hear what Jesus has to say about our subjects, and none other than the broadcast host of what Jesus say going to tell us what it's about, a seat at the table.
A
Hey,
table, a table, a table. Listen, every temple in every church has an altar. Now, if they don't have an altar, you need to get up out of there because an altar represents the table that was prepared in the presence of your enemy. In Psalm 23:5, the Lord prepared himself as a sacrifice in front of the devil, your enemy. And so every time that devil sees the blood applied, he has to leave. That's why you walk around defeated because you don't understand how to use your receipt. You've been redeemed by the blood of the lamb, and he gives you a seat at the table in front of your enemy. So whenever you go before anybody, in any form. You're always the smartest, the best of everybody because you have the mind of Christ and he prepared a table before your enemy. Your
yes,
enemy could be anybody that's not for you, right? So it could be an employer, it could be an interview, and he'll give you favor because you show that receipt. The blood is the remedy for everything that's missing. Keep in mind when you start noticing in a church or any spiritual organization, if they don't have an altar, you've probably seen a table in front of the church all the time. It's an altar. It's a sacrificial lamb that was prepared for you in the presence of your enemy. So when the Lord sees it, the devil's got to get up
I
out of there. He
got
said,
those
"Oh
things.
Lord, look at all this blood. The blood, the blood." It's just like that witch on the Wizard of Oz. Oh no! What a world! What a world! What a world!
No,
And
no.
he got to get up out of there. So I'm gonna turn it back over to you. But just keep that in mind. What that table is all about. He prepared a table before me in the presence of my enemy, and I got
Amen.
my receipt. Amen.
Amen. And I believe that that table is prepared in our guest business. I'm not going to give it until we see this commercial, and then I want to go in deep about this table.
Amen.
Before the first dawn, a name was already calling. From Genesis to the prophets, one story kept moving toward him. In Jesus, revelation becomes power. Prayer steadies, worship deepens, and identity stands firm in the light of the living God. This book leads you to the name above every name, and when Jesus is seen clearly, everything is rewritten.
Discover the spiritual keys to financial abundance. Dive into the heartwarming and revelatory pages of How I Gave My Way to Wealth, a spiritual guide to prosperity, where Zachary S. Mitchum shares his transformative journey from modest beginnings to boundless wealth, rooted in the age-old wisdom of spiritual giving. This isn't just a story. It's a blueprint for aligning your life with the divine principles of prosperity that have been promised since ancient times. Chapter by chapter, Mitchum meticulously interweaves personal anecdotes with profound biblical promises, inviting you to explore wealth creation through a spiritual lens. From the modest Powell Street to the exploration of Jesus' promises and the power of aligning your spirit with the Spirit of Jesus Christ, each page turns the soil of your heart, preparing it for the seeds of abundance. Discover how having the mind of Christ can unlock a life of spiritual and material riches beyond measure. Through chapters such as The Purpose of Giving, Motivation, and Sacrificial Giving, readers are encouraged to search deeply within and question their motivations, understanding that the true essence of wealth extends far beyond monetary value. Mitchum's profound insights into the dynamics of giving elucidate the undeniable link between selfless generosity and personal prosperity. Step by step, this book guides you on how to deliberately position yourself in stepping into abundance and cultivating a lifestyle that embraces the covenant of prosperity. The final chapters unveil the secrets of establishing a lasting legacy of wealth, ensuring your prosperity endures through generations while serving as a resource for good. In How I Gave My Way to Wealth, you'll unlock timeless wisdom that challenges conventional financial strategies and reveals the boundless potential of living a charitable, faith-centered life. Prepare to be inspired, to transform, and to embrace the wealth that awaits when you live in harmony with spiritual truths and the divine flow of giving and receiving.
All right, all right. We are here with Marcella Smith-Francois. Tell me how to say this last name before I mess it up.
Francois.
Francois. I am so happy that you accepted the invitation. Um, I want to just tell everybody how I love Foxtail in
Yay.
Oviedo on Redbug Road. I
Woo!
get lost in that place. I don't want to come home sometimes. I find my hiding place there. That's my happy place at
Yes.
Foxtails in Oviedo.
I love it.
Listen, Marcel, we want to just hear your story. What made you guys want to start your own franchise with Foxtail Coffee?
That's a great question. Well, I just want to say hi to everybody. I am so honored to be here as a guest. You
Thank
guys are
you.
doing great things, and I'm proud of you guys. So, just wanted to state that at first.
Thank
But
you.
so Foxtel, it's just been a journey, right? So Solomon and I started off. My husband and I started off just selling pies and
I remember.
banana pudding, right?
Uh-huh.
At farmers markets. We would do, like the heart and soul events that we, have here in the community. Just little things like that. For like 2 years, we were just baking in our kitchen, filling up the jars in our kitchen. It was a family business for sure. It was called
Right.
Butterflies. And then one of the events, we were sitting there and we looked at each other like we could do a business. We could do this. We got this, right?
Right.
We had no idea what it would be and the scale what it would become, but that's how it started. It was just a little thought in our head, and then we started vetting different franchises because we knew we were still working full time jobs. We still are, but we wanted to still own something, right? And that was
Right.
a larger scale than our pies and butterflies and farmers market. So we're looking through different franchises, and we came across a baker who said, "Have you guys thought about Foxtel?" And we were like, "Foxtel Coffee? That's a franchise? We just thought it was corporate, like
Right.
Starbucks, you know." He was like, "Nope, I've done a few loans for them," and so that's kind of where Foxtel became. But we were looking at lash lounges, looking at like these mold, yeah, these big what do you call it, like the restoration type companies where you go in and like with these big fans, but nothing was getting me excited. Nothing was like, that's it, until he mentioned Foxtel. To us, I'm not a big coffee drinker, but I love tea, and I know that coffee is a great way to bring the community
Yes.
together. We offer food as well, teas. So we wanted a localized community hub, basically,
Yes.
that we felt Oviedo was missing. We
It
wanted
was.
something close by because it was, we live in Oviedo. We're part of the Seminole community as well. So we wanted to just have a place for us that looked like us, but also just a place that was less hustle and bustle like the Starbucks, where you could come in and kind of just hang out and study, work, whatever it is. Just we have events, and I guess we'll get into that later, Miss Faye. But
Well, you could go right in because I saw the producer put. I never told him this. I really didn't. Usually we have other commercials, and he put up all my brother's books. Zachary Mitchum, and he didn't know that your store have book clubs.
book
Where
clubs.
we go and we talk about books. You have game night, you have jazz night, you have it's so many things
So
that
many
go
nights.
on at Foxtails.
Right, right.
So tell us some of the events that you have at Foxtail that people can just come and just chill out. I'm telling you, I come and don't want to leave.
I thank you, Miss Faye. So that's a great question. So monthly we have our book clubs as part of our Foxtel Collective, where we're going to, as soon as we get our beer and wine license cleared through the county, we're going to open up more nightly events. But right now we have the book club. Our next event is actually next Thursday, August 27th at 6:30 at the Foxtel Redbug Plaza location. We're going to be reading about the Sky Full of Elephants. Actually, we're going to just be talking, right? Miss Faye, you went to our first
Yeah,
one.
yeah, yeah.
We're
We had
supporting.
so much fun.
So you don't have to have read A Sky Full of Elephants by Sibyl Campbell, but it's just there to be in community, right? Right, Miss
Right.
Faye? We talk about it, we discuss, we give our opinions, we laugh. You know, it's just I don't
And
know.
it's not enough of that, where
It's not
people are
enough.
fellowshipping with each other and get. I met some really good
Fellowship. I
people.
think that's the word I was looking for. Thank you.
Yeah, I met some good people there, and we are connected even after that event. So I love the community of Foxtails.
Thank you. We also, this coming Friday, we have trivia night. That's going to start at 6:30 on August 17th. This
Okay.
Friday, we have a comedian coming in where we're going to start our open mic. Next Friday, we're going to have karaoke.
Oh my
It's
goodness.
going to be every Monday and every Friday event. Every Monday, you can catch trivia at Foxtel Redbug Plaza.
Yeah.
Also on Fridays, we're going to do open mic or slash karaoke as well.
So
Um,
that is the Instagram where you can see all the activities that are getting ready to take place,
That's
right?
on Tuesdays. If you're interested in playing, learning how to play mahjong, it was the game on Crazy Rich Asians or something.
Yeah, my brother taught me that.
Right. But it's really popular and come out too on Tuesday nights as well. Six.
Okay. Wow. Wow. I am so happy for you guys. And what I really admire about you and Solomon is that you are a team. And
Absolutely.
when he would come into the salon, he would always say, "My wife is cooking some cupcakes. My wife is doing this. My wife is doing that." So it is so necessary to be a team, work together, lift each other up, and this is why I believe this is happening for you guys because you all are so united, and
Amen.
that's what I love about. And you could tell I love when I come into Foxtails and I see you have the young people working. You're giving jobs.
Yes.
You're giving jobs for these young people, and they have the best customer service.
Oh, you're so kind. Oh, look at us. Thank you for that, producer. Yes, that's our
Yeah, that's
Instagram page. Yeah, you can
yeah.
find some interesting
See
stuff.
all
There's
this
the book
activity
club
going on.
information. Yeah, some of
I
our
love that
food.
place. I love it. I love it. I love it.
There it is.
Okay, so I want this is Give Me the Mic, and we come to motivate, inspire, and cultivate, people with their gifts to reach their highest potential. So I know by profession you're a dean. I don't know what school. You're a dean at what school?
Winter Park High School.
Winter Park High School. What could you say to our audience to motivate them and inspire them to do something outside of what else they are doing?
That's a great question, guys. This is not something. I was a little girl and I knew I was going to own a foxtail, right? It didn't even happen that way. I know some people know at a young age what they're going to do and, open. But for us, you just have a dream. You just have a dream. That's how it starts. And then you just take baby steps. That's exactly what we did. If any of you are parents, you can relate on the scale of, were you financially 100% ready for a child? Probably not. But somehow you made a way, and and every day your bills are paid, there's food on the table, there's a roof over your head. You just make it work. You're hardworking, you're business savvy, and that's all it is taking baby steps. We don't have a lot of money, but there's loans, there's grants. You can like with your kind of come in camaraderie with your family and friends where they can help and support. You can barter, right?
Yeah.
So there's ways. Just don't let money be the issue that's holding you back, because there it just opened up. There's money we saved, yes, but there's also just resources out there too to assist.
Amen. Let me tell you, there is my brother right there, and he keeps me knowing that there are always ways.
There's ways.
There are resources and tools out there for you to be successful, and that's my advocate right there, my brother. And I want
Absolutely.
him. I know you saw the book he wrote. How did I give my way to my personal wealth? How I gave my way to personal wealth. He's very modest, but he's very, 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 very successful, and he keeps our family on point with investing and saving and giving us resources and tools to keep us financially secure. So I want him to just have
And
some
I'm hoping he will become one of our next. Well, Faye, I think your book is next month, but hopefully
right.
your brother will
But
help us.
he definitely
Guys,
has.
this is my son
He
Xavier.
could be in the broadcast. Hey, sugar, sugar.
Say hi to the people.
Listen, he could definitely be one of the books that we share because this book has really helped so many people get financially secured and free from debt. So I want my brother to speak into Marcella and Solomon's business and from your perspective of their needs to be successful, brother.
Well, I love the idea. And look, never be envious of small beginnings. There's a guy named Jeff Bezos, and they said, what do you do? Now, he started this out of his mother's garage selling books. I said, man, and his mother didn't even believe it. Jesus said that a prophet is without honor in his own hometown, his own country. How you gonna make? You just a loser. What are you doing? You selling books? What's wrong with you? Out of the garage, no less. Look, ma, it's bigger than books. It'll be bigger than books. And she invested $1,000. His story is beautiful. It's just like your story, just like you said. Don't get typecast into what a coffee shop should be, like a Starbucks. No, Start now. Watch this. He put people like Barnes and Nobles out of business, and Books a Million because Books a Million and Barnes and Noble wanted to be like you. They wanted to be a moniker called The Place. My daddy used to work at a place called Lindbergh's Restaurant, but it had a moniker called The Place. And for the people that didn't look like us, they're Europeans, they said, I'll meet you at the place.
Ah,
See, your moniker is going to mean certain things to certain people. We're going. I don't know the net.
to
I
the place.
apologize for your company. What is it? Foxtel.
Yes.
Yes,
That's the place.
it
What do you
is.
mean? Why y'all call it the place? Well, I'm
Where it's
telling you,
happening.
man, it's not just a coffee shop. We meet there to do deals, and when we're there, we can eat, we can drink, we can have fun. It's an upscale. It's this, it's that. It's not typecast as a Starbucks. Starbucks wants you in and out. You know, they don't want if you sitting there and you're not buying coffee. That's not what they want to do. They want to sell cups, right? And people feel pressure like that. They got little, internet stations and all that, but it's not a good vibe, right? And you don't like Faye says. Now you listen to Faye. That's one person that represents over 2,000 people. That one person said, "I just like to linger there. I just like to hang in there." And if they linger in there, they gonna buy coffee. They gonna buy food. They gonna keep buying,
Right.
buying, buying. So understand not to. You're a trailblazer, and the Lord put your success in you. It's already built into you. You found your passion, you'll find your purpose, right? And it's not gonna be like you're going to work. You just going to a place. I'm going to the place. I'll meet you down at the place. Huh? So
That's
in
okay.
Oviedo, I guarantee you this is what's gonna happen. Y'all gonna start using that moniker. I'll meet you at the place. Oh, you talking about Foxtail? You know where the place is, man. I'm gonna meet you there. And before you know it, you're gonna have a great problem to have. You're gonna be
Right.
overwhelmed with traffic. You're gonna say, baby, we running out of coffee.
Amen. Amen. Thank you. I
That's gonna
receive
be
it.
like a good problem to have.
I
Baby,
Amen.
we running
receive
out
it.
of I like those little lemon squares. I don't know if y'all sell the little lemon square with the coffee and all that.
We have
I
the
like
best
that. I like the little
gelato,
pastry. Yeah, yeah. But I feel
gelato
that in my
ice
spirit. As
cream.
soon as she told me that, I said, wow, that's the place.
That's the place.
That's the place. My daddy used to say, I work at the place. Now, I mean, what are you talking about? You work at the place? Who know? Everybody in Macon, Georgia knew what a place was.
Okay. I love that, brother. You know, you have
That's old
started
school. I
something,
don't think my younger sister know about the place.
but you have really started something, and I can really see Foxtails on Redbud being the place,
The place, yeah.
the meetup
I
place.
love that. That's going to be our new nickname, actually, if you don't mind me borrowing it. I'll
I'm
take.
telling you, I
And
love
meet me at the
that.
place. Meet me at the
I
Yes,
place.
love that,
I love
Marcella.
that idea. I love that
I
so
call
much.
it my happy place, but we can call it the place.
The
Place.
But
place.
it's my happy place when I come in. It's so comfortable, and I just sit there and I just drink my tea or coffee or whatever I'm having. You know, I love the gelato ice cream,
Yes.
so I just love coming there just to be amongst the atmosphere. The atmosphere is
Atmosphere, yeah.
it is amazing. Zach, thank you so much for speaking into my
And
friend's
needless to
business.
say, so goes the story. Jeff Bezos is $1 trillion company
Yeah,
now.
we know Jeff Bezos. Yes.
$1 trillion company. Who would have thought selling books out of the
What's in the
back of your house
garage? Right.
diversified into a I got the email for the guy that ring doorbell, and I'm sure he's
Oh
angry
yeah.
about me calling him, but he bought. This is one anecdotal story. Never, like I said, don't be envious of small beginnings.
Yes.
You've heard of ring doorbell, right?
Mhm.
Yes.
Yeah.
These people didn't see their vision, and he got turned down on the Shark Tank. And when he was small, he would interact with his customer base and say, "How do you like my?" And I kept his email. I still have it. And I wrote him. I said, "Hey man, I love your product. I love it. I was an early adopter. I've had this product for that." And he wrote me back. I couldn't believe it. And Jeff Bezos asked him. He said, "What was your highest earning year?" He said, "Man," he was so happy. "We've made $25 million." He said,
Wow.
yeah, he said, "Well, look, I'm willing to give you an offer right now for $1 billion." He said, "Oh, sold."
Oh
So
my
He made him an
God.
offer he couldn't confuse. It's like
Wow.
1 billion. That's 1,000 million. And he sold Ring Doorbell to Jeff Bezos. And that's what Bezos does. He's not just a book company. Amazon is not just a book company.
Right.
So look at your future saying, whenever I get that phone call from Jeff,
no, that's so true. You make such a great point because it doesn't even have to start off. Everyone doesn't see the beginnings. They don't
that's
see
right.
the sweat and the, you know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
even before this, like I said, we were in our kitchen making these desserts,
Wow.
right? If you don't have the brick and mortar type, well, right now, if you don't have the brick and mortar money right now, guess what? There's a truck you can get, there's a cart you can get, whatever it is that you feel that you can bring or add to the community. Start off that small. That is okay. Out your car, whatever it is, trust me, if it's a good product, people will come.
They'll come. If you
Well,
build it, they'll come.
you just gave the motivation. Just
That just
start. They will come.
and
I love that.
it's not easy, and that's the concern for me anyway with the youth of today is that they're not prepared for
Right.
hard, you know what I'm saying, they're not,
They
they
want it
they
now.
back out when it gets hard or it's
Uh-huh.
difficult or I don't know what to do, like there's resources, there's mentors, there's people that have been where you are, just reach out.
Right, right. And I know being an entrepreneur is a risk. You have to be a risk taker in order to take on. entrepreneurship.
Miss Faye, that's a good point. I'm not a risk taker. My husband is. So, but he's rubbed off on me in such a positive way because, like
Awesome.
you, like how we were raised, well, how I was raised, you know, it's kind of that middle class thinking, like hang on to the money, save, just work, go to your 8 to 5, da, 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 you know. Um, and I wanted to hold on to the money, right? Just for those days, you know, have 6 months saved in the bank. But like, listen, you only live once, YOLO, and
Yeah.
take those chances, take those risks because there are rewards. And
Yes,
sometimes
there
you do
are.
lose a little bit money, but guess what? If that product is good,
Oh,
they're going to come back. So
yes. You have. Let me tell you. That's what I admired about Solomon. He was one that kept seeing bigger pictures
yes,
before me. He would
yes,
tell me, "Oh, you know, you're doing really good. Have you thought about doing this? Have you thought about doing that?" So it's so many people that God will put in your path to give you that push to
so
make
true.
you yeah, and that's what my brother is to me, to remind me no matter what it looks like right now, it's not going to stay like this always.
That's right.
There are better days, and not to give up. But like you said, the young people in this era, they don't want to work hard, they want it now, and they don't want to go through the sweat and the tears to get to that place of what we call success. But what would you say it's going to take to get them to understand you cannot give up when things are getting hard? What
That's
would you
right.
say?
And don't believe everything you see on socials. I know they're on their phones a
Come on,
lot.
sis,
These
keep me at
influencers or
that.
whoever you're looking at or following,
Uh-uh.
trust me, they've had humble beginnings too. What you're seeing is towards, you know, the middle of their book or their journey, but you didn't see those first few chapters, you know,
Right.
what they used to look like, what their bank account used to look like, what their, you know, what their circle used to look like. When you know, I believe in good people will attract good people. You know what I
Yes,
mean?
that's true.
And like your brother said, you got to stay prayerful. I mean, you got to worship your way out of situations, and that's what I do
Exactly.
every morning. I worship the Lord because I am so grateful. Even
Amen.
for the little things, and it's not even little in some countries. Food is not little to some people, but
No,
I'm
right.
happy for a meal every single day. You know what I'm saying? I'm happy I have a car, like the little things. Um,
Amen.
so that's what it is. It's staying humble. It's also giving back.
Come
We
on.
we give so much free coffee, so much free food that people
I
don't even
know you
we don't even
do.
want the credit. You know what I'm saying? It's just
Yes.
these teachers came back to school. We donated some things, some food, just to get them back. You know, we didn't want anything in return.
Amen.
So
That's the key.
yes,
That's the key. Right, brother?
I
That's
wanted to
how you gave
mention to
your
you
way to
we had our guests from our hometown, Alvin and Calvin Waters, and they're entrepreneurs too, and they sell an iconic brand called Randy's Donuts. What
nice
goes well with coffee?
donut.
Okay, so
Oh,
what I would
yeah.
now listen. This is iconic, right? So these guys went into Lenox Square Mall. They got a little like a little trailer, right? And they pulling down like 1.5 in sales. You know, they just started. Now they were asked to go into the airport. Is Atlanta airport pretty busy? You see, and they're from Macon, Georgia, little bitty town, right? They came on, give me the mic. What we want to do, and I want Faye to give you their contact information that y'all can look at trying to collaborate, connect. If it doesn't
Mhm.
work, fine. If it does, hey, look, we like to sell Randy's donuts in our shop. What how would that look for you? I don't know what I'm talking about, but putting people together is huge. And
Absolutely.
compliment.
Yeah.
Randy's Donuts sold at Foxtel. Are you kidding? Y'all sell Randy's Donut? That thing's been on movies. That thing's been on. Well, yeah, I want a Randy Donut and I want a latte, blah blah blah. You know, and that's a
That
beautiful
was
thing to
good.
have because these people actually know us, right?
That is awesome. This is so cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is
So
he only in
When
Atlanta
Faye
or
gets off the line, get her their information. Alvin and Calvin.
Oh, that's
That's it.
Wendy's
Randy's
donut.
Donut on Lenox Square Mall. You know.
They
Are
are
they
huge. They
are
are
they
huge.
growing to Florida maybe?
Excuse me.
We,
Are they going to grow over to Florida eventually? Grow their business?
That's what I'm saying. They
this
might
is
want an
where he's
opportunity to
collaborating.
come into that place. How do they slide in there? They might just have a situation where they ship you stuff overnight. Y'all work a deal, see what happens. I don't know. I just know that a donut is complimentary of coffee. I like donuts and coffee, right? And like police like donuts and coffee. You give a deal. Hey, we gonna give Obita cops some free coffee and donuts. Y'all come on in for the men and
Let
women
me
that serve. Your
let me
name gets
say,
out, you're the place. Hey, we're gonna meet down at Foxtail, man. We get that coffee and donut
we're
thing.
gonna meet down at the place.
The place,
No
right?
place.
Hey,
Let
Faye,
me
give them
tell
that
you,
information
Zach.
from Alvin and Calvin Waters.
Thank
But
you for
Zach
that.
is,
Yes,
yeah.
I would. Okay.
I'm sorry to cut you off, but Zach has been known on Give Me the Mic to connect people that make big deals.
Love it.
I'm telling you, and I believe that's why God put Give Me the Mic together,
Amen.
because it is to develop future entrepreneurs and also to bring a community of motivation, inspiration, and cultivating gifts. We
That's
got
right.
so many gifts, and we want to reach our highest potential. Now, look, Woody keep bringing these donuts up. I believe I see something happening. I see.
I. Me too, Miss Faye.
I do too, and I'm telling you, Randy and
Randy's
Calvin,
Donuts is Alvin and
Calvin and
Calvin
Alvin,
Waters.
yeah, Calvin and Alvin. We went to school with them, and they have really made some big moves. So we're gonna call them and see how this collaboration
Let
can.
them get together. Send them the information,
I will. I
and
will. I
yeah,
will. I
they'll
see God
they'll make it
doing something.
happen.
I see something happening. I see
I
something
feel it.
happening.
I feel it, man.
But listen, we are
Miss
over
Faye,
our time.
can I bring my husband in just for a second?
Yes, let us
He
see
said he would like
Solomon.
to.
Yeah,
I
but
just
that's gonna be $295 plus tax. Your son already done kicked you over $5.
Gosh, and I told him stay out the
Solomon, please
office. He
let us
don't
see
listen.
Solomon.
All right, guys. This
Let
is
me,
Solomon. He's also
Hey, there you
the
go.
come on,
co-owner
let me see
of
Hey,
Solomon.
Foxtail Redbook Club.
Hey,
How y'all
Solomon.
doing?
what the Lord has put together, let no man put
And put
asunder.
us under. Amen. Solomon was my number one customer
Amen.
For
that
a
keep me
while.
motivated, kept me in business in Oviedo.
Amen. A man that finds a wife finds a good thing.
Yes,
Now
yes.
everybody don't have a wife. They got a woman, but it ain't a wife. And so he said that for a reason.
Uh-huh. And he finds favor. So I see
Favor.
favor
Amen. In the
all
eyes
over
of the
y'all.
Lord.
Okay. Well,
Thank you.
we are so over time, but it was well worth it. I believe there's gonna be some another meeting for us to see the outcome of this connection with
Amen. Alvin and Calvin and Foxtail, the
And
place.
Foxtail at the place.
At
and
the
the
place.
place.
Comments,
Amen.
you guys, whoever's watching and listening, thank you. Thank you for the love and support and the encouragement. It means a lot. It really does.
Thank you so much. We love
Amen.
you and thank you guys for
We-
joining Give Me the Mic. We hope to see you again next week, same time, same place. Be motivated. We give you the mic.
Yay.
Amen.